Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube, the Twitch, and wherever you listen to your podcast audio worldwide, baby. So we have a bit of a laxed crew tonight, but that's all right because we think Front Row Bill's probably on the road to, is it New Orleans?
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome, Alicia. How you doing?
Hey. I'm good. Everything's good.
Might have a couple more people popping in here, but we'll see. Nonetheless, wow, what an episode of Impact Wrestling going into this weekend, eh?
I'll say.
Absolutely nuts. Tons of action. A lot of really good setup for the rivalries, too. That's always nice to see.
Good storyline building. Love to see it.
Hell yeah. So welcome everyone in the chat. No matter where you are, either on YouTube or Twitch, it's all good and it's all love. Glad you're here. You can help support the show if you want to on Twitch by cheering bits. You can sub. I don't think there's any sub specials going on. I am wrong. Gift a sub 20% off right now. So if you want to gift a sub on Team Twitch, you're more than welcome to do so. Help spread the word on the ever-growing podcast of Total Nonstop Impact. If you're Team YouTube, you can do super chat and super stickers, help support the show as well. But all in all, make sure you smash that like button and smash that sub button as we get into this crazy ass show, the go home show for No Surrender. Alicia giving everybody a little boop there.
I poked your eyes.
Oh my God.
I'm such a stinker.
She is. It's turning into a stooge act, I tell you. Rayline with the bits. Thank you, brother. Cheer 100. Love to see it. So crazy show. Let's should we talk some news first?
I think we should.
There is certainly
a lot.
And we're not going to cover all the brands and all the news. As fun as it's been, you can catch that over on my other podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're covering all things wrestling. And oh my goodness, we've got a truck. What is up, brother?
Not much, guys. How are you doing? How was the show?
Good.
Doing good.
Wonderful.
Is that your Christmas tree in the background, Alicia?
Yes. I keep forgetting to take it down.
I only took mine down last weekend.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. There's no shame in that.
I like the lights. The lights make everything cheery.
It comes down to, in the wintertime, especially where I live, it's really dark in the wintertime, and so it's just nice to have the lights. It's like you said, it's cheery.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, James. Did you want to talk about wrestling? Is your Christmas tree down?
Yeah. Well, the tree. My tree per se is. We'll just say the tree is naked, and all the boxes are in the living room, ready to come downstairs. And they've just been sitting there patiently waiting for me to do it.
On the contemplative stage.
Yeah. So the tree is naked. It's one of those things where I jokingly argue with my wife and say, no, I don't want the tree to come down. She's like, well, I can keep it up and decorate it for every damn holiday if you want. And I was like, would you? And then she just gives me the look.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking it would kind of be nice to have a Halloween tree too, because I do like having the decoration, something to anchor the living room around whatever the holiday or season is. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I'll come up with a Halloween tree, like Festivus. I'm going to invent my own holiday. So
There you go.
instead of an aluminum pole, I'm going to make a tree out of pumpkins or something like that.
For the
That'd be cool.
Aluminum pole.
Yeah.
Hey, what you do in your private truck?
Come on, you're old enough to remember Festivus, Seinfeld. I'm not dating myself that much, am I?
Oh, I thought you meant like a pole to spin around on.
Oh, yeah, no. It's time for the airing of grievances. Festivus for the rest of us.
For the rest of us, yes. I'm not a Seinfeld guy, but yes, I have heard of it. Yes. So, but yeah, God knows up here in the frozen tundra of Wisconsin, we're going to have at least 3-4 more months of winter. So it's, hey, as long as it's cold and gnarly outside, I don't care when the tree comes down, honestly.
It's 55 degrees here.
Shut up, Alicia. No one asked.
Yeah, we have a window cracked because it's pretty warm out.
That's nice.
Get some fresh air.
Here's the annoying part. It was, and by the way, you're welcome for that weather, because that weather was actually here yesterday. It was 50 degrees and sunny here yesterday, and right now it's like practically single digits.
I love that.
Yeah,
blowing in the tundra.
Wisconsin's just like Florida, only different. Thank you, Eric, for the. Oh, it's not showing up here on the. Why is it not showing up? It's not showing up.
Oh, that's weird. Well, thank you, everybody, for.
Thank you for the blue dot. No, it's $1. Thank you. I don't know why it's not showing up when I click on it. Thank you, Bell's Boy, for the $5 tip. This is for Truck and J-Bone and Alicia, who's the next challenger to Deanna's 2 titles. ... LOL smiley face emoji. We will certainly be talking about all that tonight and so much more, shall we? But yeah, and sound off in the chat. Who do you think is going to be the surprise? I mean, it might not be a surprise as far as someone new. It could be anyone. Could be someone new. Could be a Masha. Who knows?
I think they're maintaining that element of surprise where they're going to kind of bring in someone different, maybe for a little while, and then stick to someone solid. It'll probably eventually lead back to Masha. But I don't know. It's cool. One of the many women segments tonight that were well done and loved it.
Everyone's talking about the weather in the chat. This is hilarious. Mayor says Wisconsin and Florida have nothing in common. J-Bo, this is true. They're the same but different. All right. Truck, any immediate quick thoughts on Knockouts surprise for this
I have
Saturday?
Absolutely no clue. Yeah.
No clue?
No clue. If it was a pay-per-view and we were having a surprise, I would say Taya. Considering it's a special, I don't think that's going to be what's in the cards. And I don't think it's going to be Masha yet because she's just had squash after squash. They're not going to feed her to Deanna yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Masha, if it comes down to Masha versus Deanna, I think Masha might serve Deanna a loss.
Which title would she be defending? Is it the RH or the AAA?
It would probably be the Ring of Honor. The ROH title, because I think the AAA title is on hold for now. I just get that vibe. Don't quote me. Allegedly.
Well, I think AAA is actually having some kind of show this weekend. Someone said that in the chat while we were live for the live reaction. Thank you, Anna, for the super sticker. Much love. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people. We'll talk more about that later. We got some names showing up here in the chat now. We'll see. Terrence Sullivan, that's certainly a possibility. We'll get to that. As far as news, it was announced within the last day or two, whenever it was, that WrestleCon is going to feature not one, but 2 shows from Impact Wrestling. This is exciting. April 1st, starting at 9 p.m., they're going to have the regular Impact Wrestling show. Not sure what's all going to happen there. They're going to be building to that over the course of the next month or so. 2 months, I should say. And then the second show at midnight is going to be from the IPWF, the Impact Provincial Wrestling Federation. Say that 10 times really fast. So, yeah, an absolutely loaded night for Impact fans. April 1st down in Dallas, Texas. Ronan Blue with the tip. Thank you. Much love, brother. He says it's 75 degrees in Phoenix. Should we put him in a timeout? I'm kidding. I love you. Thanks for the
Must
tip.
be nice.
Just because you tip doesn't mean you can brag about your weather. No, I'm kidding. Brag away. It's all good. We love you. So yeah. Either of you planning on going to WrestleCon down in Dallas?
No.
No?
I am not doing any long distance shows until after my wedding.
Oh, that's
Reasonable.
right. You've got that wedding to plan. How's that coming, by the way?
We got a list.
Getting there? Oh, list.
It's more work than you want it to be, eh?
Well, that and it's just a really strange time to try and plan something like this because you want people, you want to have a gathering, but you want to be considerate of everyone's health and safety, and so it's just tough. I lose motivation to plan it, and sometimes it's just like, well, fuck it, let's just elope to Vegas or something.
Right. I am so sorry, Courtney. You sent it before the show started. Thank you for your super sticker, Courtney. And Brian started off the chat tonight. He was the first one in here with a super sticker. I didn't mean to ignore you or not see it. It was just in here early. I apologize.
You have a lot of stickers to put on your fridge, Jay.
Yeah, my goodness.
YouTube mails them to you, right? That's how this works. And if they're super, they must be really big, right? Like placemat sized, or
it depends on the size of the sticker. Sometimes if it's a big enough sticker, sometimes they send a big ass magnet, and your fridge just goes OMG.
Okay.
I don't know. No, people like Chris Van Vliet get those big plaques for, a million.
The play button?
What's that?
Oh no.
Oh no. Truck is frozen.
It's hard. It's a lot harder than you think to get those plaques, to get 1 million views.
Right.
That's time and effort.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, no, really though. It's like,
Literally.
I know the trend right now is to try and be a YouTuber or whatever, but like it's a lot harder than you think.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a little bit. It's takes a lot of commitment, a lot of time, a lot of effort.
I don't know, Mir. I think me and Veer might have a competition. So what's going to happen first?
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. I can wait. I'm not in any rush.
Yeah. So Amir says, Lisa, your wedding will happen before Veer shows up on Mondays.
Yeah.
Well, for now, we've got Veer under contract. He shows up on the throwbacks.
We'll see. I've also been engaged a lot longer than Veer's been announced as a appearing soon. So I think I got the one up on him.
Right. Well, hey, Gisele Shaw, who debuted tonight too, as far as in-ring competition, certainly beat that as well. All right. I know the big news also coming out earlier this week about Josh Alexander was quite the blow to everyone being an Impact Wrestling fan.
It's a work. That's
fine if you think of it like that. Truck, please explain to the people why you think it's a work.
That's all a work. It's all a work, brother.
It's all a work.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But
the work is a work.
The way he tweeted it out, and he has this sad photo of him in a dark corner. He's all sad.
Seems pretty prepared.
Seems pretty prepared, and it fits in with the narrative that they put around him.
Okay.
On last week's show, indefinite suspension, blah blah blah. I just cannot believe that Impact would actually let this guy go.
It unfortunately has happened before. We've seen that in the past. Granted, it was a completely different company, but we've seen that with Bobby Roode. We've seen that with, it was one of the knockouts. Was it Angelina Love? I've heard in our chat. I think it happened to her as well, possibly. I know this is a while ago. So yeah, it happens, and I don't look. Obviously, it's someone's fault. And
Bell's
I don't
in
want
the chat here. Even the visa problem truck. Remember, it was only a couple of months ago that Josh announced that he was quitting his shoot job because wrestling was paying enough finally that he could just be a full-time wrestler. If his visa's actually gone, that's got to be like 80% of his bookings off the table, and I cannot believe that's actually the case. This guy, he would be well aware of where his money comes from and what pieces of paper have to be in his hand so he can keep making that money. If there was even the slightest possibility that, oh no, things aren't moving fast enough on my visa, he would be hammering on Scott about that all the time. Let's just get an interim contract, 6 months, whatever, and then we can work out the rest. Yeah, I cannot believe the guy doesn't have a visa. I think something else is going on.
I'd like to think that, and I jokingly said this on my podcast at the beginning of the week. I blame the U.S. government for this, and because I know they are. I know that they may say, "Ooh, J-Bone, you can't say that." Yeah, well, I know it's true. Look at and not to go off on another like anti-U.S. political rant here. It's not the goal. But look at how many people just try to become citizens of the United States, and it takes over 20, sometimes 30 years with red tape. It's people trying to do this for the U.S. It's a hot mess, whether it's work, citizenship, you name it. It's horrible. So I like to think that it's not Impact Wrestling's fault, but maybe it is. I mean, we're not privy to that information. Impact Wrestling fans are just upset. And I hope that overall, I mean, yes, how they wrote him off of television, you could say that's like the work part of it, but that was to give him a proper writing off. And there was a lot of emotion and charisma thrown into it. Probably the most we've ever seen from Scott and Josh together in that ring, which was kind of hard to swallow now knowing what we know, which isn't much, but it's enough.
But the taping was weeks ago, wasn't it? Because this is last week's show where he was written off, and how many weeks prior was that taped?
That's the thing is,
Bill would know. I can't remember what the last taping block was off the top of my head.
It was a few weeks. They would have had to know at a certain time whether it was going to come through or not. I'm sure they would have known that much. That's why they did this. So, I don't know. What do you think, Alicia?
I don't know. I don't really want to say much on it because I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know. It's just not. If it's a work, it's a strange work. It's a weird angle, but it's an interesting one nonetheless. But if it isn't, it's I don't know. It's just a strange thing to happen to one of our top stars who's in the middle of a big push. So I don't know. We'll just have to see.
A lot of different opinions in the chat here. So, yeah. And look, and as fans of Impact Wrestling and fans of Josh Alexander, we just have to be patient and hope that whatever this situation is, it doesn't wreck their relationship, and that whenever he can work in the U.S. again, that he does stay with Impact. Because I don't think that's a guaranteed thing either. It's like, oh, does someone come in and be like, oh, well, we'll take care of this work visa situation. You want to sign on our dotted line? I've heard plenty of people say, oh, Tony Khan, come save the day, which I think is laughable. But
Well, we don't have many options, so it's always going to be one or the other.
Right.
It's like, so. I guess we should all just get over it, huh?
That's about all we can do for now.
It is what it is.
I've tried the whole, rolling around on the floor and stomping my feet and whining and screaming, and my wife just looks at me funny. So
I haven't done that yet. Do you want me to do that now? I can just
pull the Christian cage.
I'll so save that for Patreon. Ladies and gentlemen, the truck rant. Yes, Courtney. It's just a bunch of like these emojis. Yes. So, all right. Well, that's about it as far as news. Unless anyone else has anything else, we can continue on the show.
No, I have not heard much of anything that would pertain to what we're covering right now. So,
okay.
Moving on.
All right. Alicia, is that a wild Stefan that just walked past?
Yes. we're at our his and her desks. He's playing his games on his new gamer thingamajiggy.
His Atari 2600?
Is that what they're selling now? The new gamer thing?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It can be yours. It's pretty exclusive. No, I don't know.
For $7.99 and comes with thingamabobs and whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah, the stuff and things. And I'm just over here at my little desk because we got rid of one of our couches to make room. And yeah, it's pretty dope.
Commander CJ says Cody left. That's news. We're not going to talk about Cody. You want to hear my opinions on Cody leaving that other place down south? You can catch that on.
Yeah, hit up Smash That Podcast.
Smash
the podcast.
I covered it all the other day. That was news.
Yeah.
But I don't want to throw the show too far off the rails, considering there is some Kahlua in my coffee this evening to keep me going.
Yeah, if we covered some of that shit, this show would exceed 4 hours. Like,
it's record timing. I mean, God, we almost did a 3-hour free family dinner.
On Sunday. That's cool though. It's like.
It's for the people.
It's for the folks.
Yes. We love our public.
All right. Well.
Shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Tonight's show starts out with Moose coming down to the ring. Scott D'Amore is present as well. It's a contract signing, folks. And it goes pretty smooth.
Until that's like the big if but word, whatever.
Because Morrissey wasn't even present. So
until
he was accounted for.
Until he was accounted for. And then chaos ensued.
Yes. Oh, and it's a lovely dose of chaos as well, because Morrissey, at the behest of the crowd, puts Moose through a table off of this entrance stage.
I think if I was invited to a contract signing, I would just ask, can I just submit an electronic signature? It's 2021. I can just e-sign here.
Yeah.
It's going to go bad for somebody.
It is.
That would be smart, wouldn't it?
It would.
It ensures your safety to get to the main event this Saturday evening at No Surrender, wouldn't it?
Well, once Morrissey accosted Moose in his own hotel room.
Harassed him. Browbeat him.
Yeah. It was on. There's no boundaries at this point. I'm really digging the build up. Is that like the how dare you? No, how dare you? The audacity. No, your audacity. It's going to be good. These two are going to slam it home, I swear.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
It's going to be really cool. to see Moose hit that top rope Spanish fly on Morrissey. I hope the roof is high enough.
I hope the ring breaks.
Oh, that would be great.
And the roof crumbles.
That would be great.
Dear God.
Well, because it's like it's going to be, you know, like, what do they call it? A Haas Fest? It's two big guys just slapping me.
Two
like that
big
one,
guys slapping me.
No, it's just hard to say with a straight face. It's my juvenile brain is just like, imagine hams.
We love the slapping of meat. Wait, what?
No, I just picture like cold cuts. Okay. You know, it's like the one Jackass when they would slap each other with fish, like a big old sea bass.
I've seen what bands do to cold cuts backstage at concerts. It's not pretty.
They eat them, right?
No, they take. All right, so this goes back to I know I'm going so far off, but it's like, oh, what the hell? We're just having fun here, right? So this goes back to the early days of back when I used to watch the old Pantera videos of what all the chaos they used to do backstage. So they would have posters of some scantily clad female, we'll just say it like that, respectfully,
so
up
random.
on the wall, and they would take like bologna or ham and throw it at the poster, and wherever it would land is like they would get points for it or something like that. So that's
what a waste of lunch be. I'd be so pissed to be in a band and like be with people like just wasting food and degrading women.
So
yeah,
it was
early 90s.
Fun for all.
Fun for all.
Fun for all. Good old Pantera. Love them. All right.
Yeah.
Thank God they don't do that anymore. But yeah, Moose gets put through the table at the end of the contract.
He gets thrown off the stage.
Yeah.
Off the
stage,
if you will. Yes. Yeah.
So the table that got broken wasn't in the ring at a contract signing. That's innovation.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Wrestling does.
The table in the ring was like, phew, dodged that one.
So it was a table he was chokeslammed through off the stage into? Yeah. I thought it was just like, I
think it was a table. I'm pretty sure.
I took it as part of like a lower part of the stage. It was like obviously set up or whatever, but I didn't see it as a table. I don't know. Maybe it was the angle.
It was a table that was just off the entrance stage.
Okay. A random place for a table.
Right.
Convenient. It's all
touche. I stand corrected. It was convenient placing for a table.
Morrissey's playing 7D chess, everybody.
He's playing what?
7D chess.
7D chess.
What is that?
Well, obviously you don't play.
Yes.
No.
Gia interviews the Bullet Club.
Next.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, next. We have Gia Miller. Woo, by God.
Rusty Irons.
Gia Miller. She is talking to the Bullet Club about all the stuff that they've got coming up. That's easy to say. You got Jay White facing Eric this weekend. At No Surrender, you also have the 3-on-3 6-man tag coming up that is going to main event the show tonight. All sorts of goodies.
Set it up. They got Gia to do the two sweet hands in the circle.
They did. They're just wrangling everyone. You think
well, they're such likable guys.
They are. They did treat her with love and respect.
It's cool. I like this version of the Bullet Club.
Yeah. They're not so bad. They're not so bad guys.
Sure.
Next we got Masha Slamovic coming out for a surprise match. Always nice to see that. And I didn't even get to write down the name of...
I didn't either, and I feel terrible.
Miss... I wrote down Miss Dream. Her name is something Dream. I didn't catch it. Let me quick do a little refresher on the old Impact Wrestling. Here we go. Oh, that's a lovely shot of Morrissey putting Moose through the...
Kiah Dream?
Come on, Paige. Work with me here.
Yeah, Sting in the chat here. Kiah Dream. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her first name right.
Kiah Dream. Yeah, this page is not working for me very well. Thank you very much, ImpactWrestling.com. Kiah Dream, yes.
Sting in the chat. I'm disappointed. I'm right here, Jay. I mean, yeah, pretty well. She just asked you, what was the next segment, Sting? Tell me.
I know. He's just trying. He's just trying. Sorry, Critical Sting, yes. I know usually you are here for me/us, and I appreciate that. I had another tab open, though. So
he needs a lollipop.
I do. I
can send you some blow pops, Jay. Do you like blow pops? I'll send you a blow pop.
Those are a little much when you're trying to run a show. Lately, I've been sucking on a lot of these. If you know
I love those things. It's just I can't really enjoy them aggressively trying to get the gum out of them. Like, just gnarling.
Well, thankfully, they're
like a bear.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing cute about it. Just aggressive.
I could picture Stefan just looking at you like you're on the kitchen floor with like a pile of blow pops, and you're just like,
he is blessed to have me in his life.
Is he? Is he back at his game machine?
No, I don't know where he is. He's clinking around somewhere yonder.
He's a cat now.
Clinking.
Well, he is the cat man. Cat whisperer.
Wait, I thought he was playing video games on his new thingamabob.
He was. He got up, walked away, and never came back. So he is not in the room.
Oh, so now it's never mind. All right, we continue. Masha Slamovic gets a significant win, a squish, if you will, like I like to call it, over Miss Dream. Oh, sorry, Kiah Dream. A burning hammer and then something else. I mean, she's wrecking bitches. Any thoughts on this, guys?
It's good stuff. Love that from Masha. But you know me, I would like to see her intertwined with someone on the roster.
Oh, I'm sure that's coming.
I think she's been around enough that it's safe to kind of start testing those waters, even if she's just kind of, Alicia, what's Alicia doing, somebody, it's time to start integrating her into the roster. It's like we're kind of at a cool point right now, as you can see from the many segments the women had tonight, is that we can start kind of mixing up. And we don't have to have so many repetitive matches. That's why it's like,
Yeah. Any thoughts, Truck?
I don't like squash matches, so I hope this is the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get on with it.
Get on with it, he says. All right.
I feel the same.
I would not be one to say that to her face. I feel like she would.
Well, it's not her fault.
Well, I mean, if she put me in a burning hammer, that would probably be the end of J-Bone. So I'm just going to comfortably say, hey, keep doing what you're doing. We continue. Ace versus, this is absolutely one of the highlights of the show, though. I lost my mind with this. We had Ace Austin versus Laredo Kid versus the returning Blake Christian. And yes, that is his correct name. It's not Christian Blake. Because I've screwed that up plenty.
Well, I mean,
it's not easy when you have two first names. I'm just saying.
Well, did he change it when he was in NXT for a hot second?
Yeah,
I don't know what it was, but
it was like Babahura or something. I don't know.
Babahura. Yeah, sure.
I don't know. It was something radically different. Wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was just reversed.
No.
Because I remember he had a match on Impact Television with, I want to say, Trey. I'm not positive. Right before he went to NXT, and that was the first time I ever saw him.
Yes.
And when I saw this, I'm like, man, I wish we were keeping this guy. And of course, those guys apparently are going back to the mid 90s, which cool. Good luck to you. So we get all the real wrestlers, which is cool.
Right. We get wrestling. They get people that they have to teach how to wrestle, and we wish them well in their future endeavors. So any highlights from this match you guys want to mention that stood out from you?
It's just another, quick pace triple threat match. It's good to see Ace back in the lead with a win here. Always enjoyable, man. These dudes really, really kill it in the ring. It's good shit.
It absolutely was. This was a barn burner. Truck, anything to add?
I'm really glad Laredo's sticking around. He's on the roster page now. I don't know if we know what that means in terms of how long he's going to be around, but I hope it's for at least the year, at least the rest of the year.
Right.
And Ace is really good at finding new ways to hit the fold. I really like the finish in this one.
So I want to throw this in here. We can go over the entire card at the end of the show. I'm just going to the events page now for No Surrender. We have some new matches added here. I'm going to throw these out here. Number one, Ace Austin was thrown into the four-way. So it's Chris Bay, Ace Austin, Jake Something, and Mike Bailey in an X Division number one contender match. So I can't wait for that. That's going to burn the house down. Now, on top of that, speaking of X Division, folks, now this doesn't say that this is for the title, but nonetheless, I'm excited to see this. Trey Miguel is going to be in a match with John Schuyler.
Nice.
So anyone supporting Team Schuyler there, hey, shout out. Pretty cool. Tennille Dashwood is back.
Nice.
Oh, good.
And she is going to be facing Havoc of Rosemary.
That was something I was going to say. Havoc wasn't on the show tonight. I was wondering, was she okay or something up there? So good.
She's been missing for this set of tapings.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was gone for the same reason as everyone else.
Yeah. It's gnarly world, man.
Yeah. So plenty of new additions.
You said Havoc of Rosemary. Havoc of Decay.
Jiminy Christmas. Havoc. I'm looking at the thing here. It says Havoc with Rosemary.
Good
So
eye.
I was speaking from the thought in my head and reading at the same time, and it just came out as a horrible remix. Like I should have said Tennille Dashwood of Madison Rain with Caleb and a K or whatever. Yeah, it's horrible. Courtney here. Yes. Blake Christian's name in the WWE was Trey Baxter. So I was close with whatever the hell I said. We'll just pretend it was close. Just everybody nod. We continue.
I wasn't listening.
Thank you. Just nod and wave, crew. Nod and wave. Ace Austin comes off with a win here. This was so much fun to watch. I'm really hoping they keep Blake Christian, but this is one of the hottest new free agents coming out of the great let go from
the latest north. Great let go.
Right. It was when they killed off 205 Live and destroyed the roster, picked off the rest of it. And there's a number of people. It was Alex Zane was a part of that let go. Someone else that was on 205. There was a handful of people that they all let go from 205 Live. And there was whoever was left, it was I don't even know. They had one person if you look at the roster now. And they've officially done away with 205 Live now. Now it's called NXT Level Up or something. I don't even know what the hell that means. Trey of Baxter. Yes, Gary. Thank you. Welcome, Gary. Yeah, so like I said, Ace moves on to that 4-way. Can't wait to see it. He took out Blake Christian with a fold. That was an amazing end of the match. We got a promo here of Decay aimed at Jonah, seeing his truck. Jiminy Christmas.
You okay, bud? You need a glass of water, maybe?
Ease off that Kahlua, brother.
Taurus. No, there was not that much Kahlua in there. See, this is why I don't drink while I'm live a lot. Just a sip.
A lot.
Just a lot. No more and no less. See, I meant Taurus. This guy right here. That guy is going to be facing Jonah. This was a fun little segment mixed with all sorts of craziness from Rosemary and Crazy Steve and special effects. Caleb next here, getting, shall I say respectfully, seduced by the inspiration.
Those Jezebels. Homewreckers.
Jezebels. And he was reminding them at the end that he is loyal. He's very loyal. And they said, yep, that's why we like you so much.
Trying to tempt that good Catholic boy into straying from the path.
Who's like still desperately trying to learn how to take a good selfie.
I think Caleb's going to be lured to the dark side with cookies.
Cookies?
Mm-hmm. Like actual cookies.
Actual cookies. So not like cookies and cake.
Well, that too. Cake sounds awesome. I'd go to hell for some cake.
Cake.
Is all I'm trying to say. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, I suppose.
And it's good that it's not paved with cake, because that would be really...
That would be hard to walk in.
That would be hard to walk in. It would
messy.
Make a mess of your good.
It would ruin your shoes.
Yeah.
It would, because everybody's buying those new shoes, and so yeah, all these good Christian selfie takers, stay away from the cake. Anyways, but yeah, no inspiration this weekend. Kind of interesting, but I know that roster was a bit out of sorts, so it's understandable.
No influence, you mean?
No influence, no. Right.
Because
yeah.
we did have a segment with the inspiration.
No, I'm saying the inspiration. Yeah, the inspiration is not having a match this weekend. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they need, well, because of the roster situation with people missing the tapings, now hopefully with people back this weekend, they can work on some more stuff to build up the women's, or knockouts, if you will, tag division. So, and it looks like that's what they're doing this weekend with the
gonna be great.
Tennille and Havoc. So, we'll see.
Oh.
Maybe they'll be at ringside. Maybe the inspiration will be at ringside with Matthew Raywalt and Tim Hannafin to
Tim Handyman.
Tim new name? I don't know. We continue.
Yeah.
Lady Frost with the debuting Gisele Shaw. Let's go to thoughts from Alicia with this one first.
Again, two really talented women. I was happy to see, because Gisele Shaw is like Lady Frost in the sense that she does a lot of things that you don't see other women doing in the ring, like certain moves and stuff. And so she's really exciting to watch. And I think these two, really played it out really well. I'm curious to see what they have in store for Gisele. But otherwise, first introductory match. So she killed it.
Yeah, they've been bringing in a lot of singles. I would like them to bring in, maybe put together some more tag teams. Like, even if they are made up tag teams for the brand of Impact Wrestling for the knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
But still very exciting to see someone new.
I would have been okay, though, if Lady Frost took the win on this. Because it would have, I feel like it would have introduced a good first rivalry for the two. Just Gisele comes off as this egocentric diva, all about herself, and Lady Frost kind of humbles her a little bit, and thus creates like a rivalry. They could have done something cool with that, but either way, it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice when they get their first win in their first match, but it is kind of as typical as it is. Truck, thoughts on this?
I thought it was a good match. I'd never seen Shaw before. I really liked that hanging DDT she did off the ropes. She hit that with a lot of authority, a lot of attitude. I like that. Her facial expressions, she was really animated.
Yeah.
I was surprised, actually, to see her not just win it, but the way she won it. She kicked out of Frost's finish, eh? And that doesn't happen in Impact very often at all.
That was a first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a pretty, not just a win, but a quite convincing win.
It was. And I know Gisele Shaw was in a Twitch show between 2 to 3 years ago, back when they were doing the exclusive Twitch shows. I don't know if anybody remembers those.
Yeah.
But back in the Twitch era of Impact Wrestling, so it was at some, indie house show, in a sense, that was more kind of run by Impact Wrestling at the time. And I don't remember who beat her. Could have been Alicia Edwards. I really don't know. But great to see Gisele Shaw back. I've seen some of her stuff. If you want to look up some of her stuff on the, what is it now? The CW app, if you will, with her past workings with Wild Women of Wrestling. I know she's also done some, I think it's work with Progress. She was their women's champion.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't quote me. I just remember her on WoW.
Okay. But she's been all over the place. So it's, great to see her back.
One other comment I wanted to make. I love how much effort Frost puts into every aspect of her appearance. Like, her makeup is so involved. She must spend a lot of time getting that ready. And I wish more people would take that sort of care in putting their appearance together, because it really adds a lot. It makes you a heck of a lot more memorable.
Yeah.
Lady Frost looks amazing. The Frost gimmick,
her eyes, her contact are so dope.
Exactly. She even that little thing, and it makes her stand out so much more when she's on camera. More people should do this. Unless you're as good as Chris Sabin, you should be putting as much effort as Frost is into your look.
Sabin with the slow-mo sexy mist thing that he does.
He's a national treasure.
He is.
Impact Heartthrob. They need to have a new category for fans to vote on this year. Heartthrob of the year, and it's just Sabin. He's the only entrant.
Mayor says J-Bone Progress, not to be confused with, say that easily, Progressive. Thank you. I got a few people here chiming in that Tessa Blanchard took on Gisele. So yeah, that had to be like 3 or 4 years ago. Wow. Yeah. I'm going to say 2018-ish. That's almost 4 years ago. That's a guess. I'd have to look it up on some website somewhere. So, but nonetheless, okay. Thank you guys. Chat always chiming in with the knowledge. And Alicia is balancing stuff on her head now. Are you okay, Alicia?
I am mint chocolate chip. Shall we move on?
All right, we continue.
I'm just keeping the crowd on their toes.
And us as well. All right. Fun debut for Gisele Shaw. She gets the win here. Yeah, it was like a corkscrew from the second rope. It was
Looks sick, cool. Man. Yeah. It was flawless. I don't know what it's
called, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Very good. I'm sure we'll get a name of the move somewhere in the near future. Gia Miller next here with Honor No More. Talking to Kenny King, aimed at Sabin for the match coming up here. Then we got Gia Miller with Tiana Perazzo, and we learn, and here we can talk about this more now like we did earlier as far as options if we come up with anything different than the chat has. Tiana Perazzo lets her audience know that she is doing an open challenge this Saturday at No Surrender for either the AAA women's title or the Ring of Honor women's title. Now, let's talk about options. Simon, who apparently is a very massive, huge Mr. Sasha Banks fan, Walker. I love that. That is a loaded name there, sir. Tegan Knox, a.k.a. Nixon Newell, is his vote for someone to debut. All right. I know there's a few others out there like Athena, the former Ember Moon. Someone else in the chat called her Athena Palmer because she is the missus to the Palmer that, front row Bill always yes, Bill's favorite Palmer. Let's see.
Yeah, Sting in the chat. I wouldn't expect a big name for this spot. Me neither, just because it is a special and not one of the main shows. I think it is going to be somebody who at least most of us recognize, but maybe not a really big name.
Oh, Gary says Renee Michelle. That'd be a name. She's been all over the place. She's done some Impact in the past. She's done some AEW, but she hasn't really planted her foot anywhere permanently. So, hey, maybe.
Athena would be good.
Athena would be
see
very
someone
good.
mentioned in the crowd, formerly known as Ember Moon, if anyone was confused.
Yes. Simon here also mentions Mandy Leon or Angelina Love, formerly of Ring of Honor.
We'll see. That remains to be seen.
Well, is this an open challenge for the ROH? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Truck.
Is this an open challenge for the ROH title?
Either one.
Is that either one? Okay. Because the women's tournament they had for the ROH title, there was a lot of good matches in there. My pick would have been Quinn, but she's in NXT now, unfortunately.
Right.
Fortunate for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
If you wanted to pick a name from that tournament, I would like to see Max the Impaler show up.
I've heard her name brought up a lot. Here's another one. T. Hughes says Willow Nightingale. Gail, Jiminy Christmas. I need a nap and a beer. Willow Nightingale, a.k.a. Eye Candy of the former WOW Women of Wrestling. That match that she put on at the final battle with Roxy, that was amazing. That was really good stuff. So
she was actually good enough that she turned the crowd onto her side too.
She did.
Yeah, she had people booing Roxy by the end of that match. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah. And that just shows the magic of storytelling in the ring. That you can do that. You could take someone who is probably not too well known for the Ring of Honor audience and just make them a fan like that. That's something. I think she could do the same for Impact Wrestling. Last name I'm going to mention here. There's plenty more names. No Ronin Blue, not Dixie Carter, Jiminy Christmas. Toni Storm is also a free agent.
She'd be cool to see.
That'd be amazing. She'd be one to watch. So, but yeah, nonetheless, I can't wait to see who shows up and challenges the one Tiana Perazzo for either of her titles this Saturday. Next, we've got, what do we got here? Another highlight from tonight's show as far as matches. Kenny K-I-N-G King in the ring again, in the Impact Zone, if you will, versus the one Chris Sabin. So you got someone from Team Honor No More versus Team Impact Wrestling. Truck, what did you think of King versus Sabin?
Oh, it was really good. I had high expectations for this, and it definitely delivered. King could keep up. He had no problem keeping up. Boy, he looks good. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a really good match.
Someone in the chat said both of these guys are 40.
Is that? I know Sabin is, but is King 40? I wouldn't guess that looking at him.
If someone in the chat could confirm this, I don't remember who said it during the live reaction. But while we're looking into that, Alicia, what did you think of this match?
I thought it was really good. I liked the booking for it. I feel like with the build-up that they're doing, it's important to go not so 50-50, but to show that each side is capable of getting the win, even if they don't necessarily get the win. You know what I mean? So this was good. Good choice to give Sabin the pin on this one. And, and a little trouble stirred up by Maria at the end there.
There was plenty of stuff going on at ringside by both teams. And no one got ejected. Little surprise there. But both teams looking to put a strong foothold.
And a lot of chirping back and forth between the Ian Riccaboni on commentary, who we didn't point out. He's back. I still think he's a Trojan horse. He was back.
Yeah.
And a lot of chirping back and forth between him and the Ho No Mo guys.
Did you say Ho No Mo?
We got to speed things up. The show's pretty long, and I'm trying to save you some time, Jay. So
yeah,
we haven't even hit an hour yet. We're doing great. Oh no, Mo.
Oh no, Mo.
Well, we had a lot of tit for tat in the first part of the match. Both guys showing off to the crowd. Chris Sabin exiting the ring, and we even had one of these.
I love this match!
See, National Treasure.
He truly is. Speaking of national treasures, Mr. Daniel Spencer in the chat. Good evening, sir.
Daniel Spencer, you can tell us. Ian is a Trojan horse, right? Ian Riccaboni, he's propping the door open during the show. He's letting the Honor No More guys in. He's in on it, isn't he?
I thought you were going to ask
him. He's a fifth column.
I thought you were going to ask him something else.
No.
Okay.
No. I want a scoop. Spencer's going to come here and hang out. He's got to contribute.
There you go.
We'll work on that. All right, but yeah, this was an amazing match, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'll keep saying it. Chris Sabin, over the course of this last year and the rivalries he's had in the match he's done in the ring, he's having a career year. Just phenomenal.
He's having a career couple of years here. Like even ever since the pandemic started, he has stepped up every single time. They could put the belt on him tomorrow, and it would be completely plausible and well deserved.
He even beat Moose within the last year, who is now our world champ.
Yeah.
And Callahan.
Yeah. Out of everything that didn't happen with the Kenny stuff that could have happened, I think a Sabin match is probably the biggest loss. That would have been match of the year in any company, I'll bet.
Yeah. So yeah, just a fun match. This one could have went either way, but whoever was going to win was certainly going to give them a stronghold going into this weekend for Team Impact versus Team
Honor
No
More.
More. And speaking of Honor No More, conspicuous by his lateness. Hi, Bill.
My honor is gone.
Yeah. Mr. Bill No Honor. No, how you doing, brother?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I didn't know if you were going to be coming in late or if you were hitting the road early to head down to, where's it, New Orleans?
No, New Orleans? No, not. I'm leaving Saturday morning.
Saturday morning? Ooh.
Going in on show day. Going in hot.
Oh boy.
You're really taking a chance there. You better start running now just in case. He's going to swim all the way to New Orleans. Take the Mississippi. I hear it's quick. But we were just talking about Kenny King versus Chris Sabin.
Ooh.
Do you want to throw some thoughts in on this?
Well, I like both these guys. Obviously, Chris Sabin having the killer year, but the King of the Night was great to see him back. Two-time X Division champion back on the roster.
That's right.
Back
Ooh.
at Impact Wrestling. Maybe back on the roster.
Is that a little pre-prediction thrown in there for Saturday?
Yeah. I think. Obviously, I want to support Team Impact here, but I like all these Ring of Honor guys. So, deep down, I think I want them to win to stay on the roster.
T. Hughes asking you what jersey you're wearing.
That's they were not victorious tonight, but that would be my Philadelphia Flyers. I was down at the game tonight, down there with some work related activities going on. So it was doing a little game ski. Good time. But did not come out on the winning end. This is a down year for the Fly guys. So, but as Deontay Brown says, I did listen on my way back. The Sixers won now. So,
there you go.
Be your Milwaukee Bucks tonight.
Boo. Boo. Damn Sixers. They beat us in the playoffs that one year, too.
You hear this from Daniel Spencer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just reading.
Moose and Mickie James might be showing up at OVW next week. Oh.
Because they're probably going to be doing the pre-week promotion tour they've been doing in every city. So Louisville is going to be, the week after. So, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll go down a day or two early for Louisville and take in a little OVW that Thursday.
Ooh. That's going to be some loaded traveling dates for you.
We'll see. It's going to be tight. Now I know I got a double header with Impact at the WrestleCon show, so it's going to be some busy times ahead. And I saw they announced tickets for Rebellion go on sale. I guess right before the Louisville tapings, March 6th, I think I heard.
Oh, okay. So just a little less than a month. All right.
Yeah.
Nice to see that. That tour is popping, folks. Don't miss it. They are putting on some phenomenal shows. All right, so we continue now. Macklin shows up late here after Sabin's win against Kenny King, and they're all done.
After my own, showing up late.
You're right. Man after your own heart. So Team Impact is in the hallway here having a little powwow on trust, because that is one thing that Maria Kanellis was saying in the ring right before.
Instilling the seeds, man.
Yeah. Like, hey, we're all here together as a team to put a foothold in this place. But do you all trust each other? Namely, the guy who is conspicuous by his absence, Macklin. So, but by the end of this, they all put their fist in the middle and said, I'm here. I'm in. I'm in. I am Team Impact. And they all said it. But a lot of people feel like someone's going to turn.
I definitely think he is, but they're also setting up a red herring kind of situation as well. So, you know, it could go one of two ways at this point.
Well, I see that Eddie Edwards is going to be part of some media coming up. Could that be a hint?
Well, isn't his boy wrestling again? And was part of Ring of Honor before everything?
Oh, are you talking about the return of a possible who was his tag partner?
I don't know. Am I, is that what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that shit is fishy.
I can't think of his name.
Davey Richards.
Davey Richards, thank you. I almost said Danny Davis. No, that's from another.
Because think about it. They could easily set it up that it's Eddie Edwards kind of causing trouble behind the scenes, and because everybody's so focused on the obvious choice, which is I was going to say Macbeth, Macklin.
Hero we need.
Mr. Perazzo.
Mr. Perazzo.
Future Mr. Perazzo.
Future Mr. Perazzo.
Oh, yes, they are officially engaged now, so congratulations to one Tiana Perazzo and one. Almost said Davey Richards, damn it.
Wait, she has a retort to you, J-Bone.
I am the f***ing greatest.
Yeah, all right. Well, we already talked about you, Tiana Perazzo.
Mr. Mayhem agrees.
Settle down there. All right. So it looks like they're all on the same page going into this weekend. We will have to wait and see. Next, we got some great knockouts tag team match action here. We got Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans at her side versus the hot mess herself, or maybe soon to be hot mess, Chelsea Green and the Knockouts champ, Mickie James.
Hardcore country!
Fucking knew you were going to do it.
This is hardcore country, exactly. Alicia, your thoughts on this Knockouts tag match?
Well, I would love to give my thoughts on this match, J-Bone, since you always come to me first for these Knockouts things, but I only saw the end, so maybe someone else should talk about it.
I try to do it out of politeness. And
understandable, but no thank you.
All right. Bill, the pressure's on you.
I love the pressure, J-Bone. But no, this is a good match. It definitely set up pretty much this is what you get for a tag match featuring the major players in the title match at an upcoming show. So you had Tasha Steelz, Ultimate X winner, in her tag team going against Mickie and Chelsea. Haven't tagged before, so you got them going together. Are they going to work well together or not? They go back and forth. They look good at times, Chelsea and Mickie, but not always great at times. But you get some stuff going on, and the contender winds up pinning the champion in this match, which is okay. Are we going to get a new champion? Tasha now pinned the Knockouts champion. Huge going into No Surrender. So that's going to be a something to watch out for sure. Is it telling, or is this something just to make you think it could happen, but it's not really going to happen? I know we got a lot of Tasha fans in the fam. So Jersey, represent. It's Tasha Steelz, just like Tiana. So, but I don't know. I still don't know. I think Mickie still has more to this run. I don't think it's going to end in No Surrender. Real intrigued at who Deanna's opponent's going to be in No Surrender. But But Tasha, I think she's still in play, but I don't think it's the time yet. I don't think it's, sadly, I know for a lot of people out there, I don't think it will be Tasha Steelz time yet. But so there's a big window over the champ. So she always has this to go back on. If for some reason she doesn't come out victorious, she can always turn back and be like, well, I did pin you, Mickie.
Yeah, so she's certainly deserving of it, going into it, because that just says right there, well, holding the Ultimate X, and she pinned her. It's a big statement. Truck, what do you think?
For the coming up match, I really want to see Tasha win. Definitely, I'm in that camp. I was surprised that Mickie retained to begin with, and I think that had more to do with things that were going on outside of Impact than what was going on inside Impact. This match was good. I thought Savannah's crazy strong. I loved seeing her throw people around. I'm really glad that she's sticking around and getting more time to do stuff. And there were a couple of points where I did see. And Bill, you mentioned this kind of breakdowns in communication between Mickie and Chelsea. And in the medium term, I think Chelsea's going to do something because, Matt's turned heel. He's going full on scumbag sports entertainer. Chelsea's going to have to do something. There's going to have to be some sort of resolution there, either an on-screen breakup, which I don't think is going to happen, or her, flipping and going along with him. Because she's a heel on the indies too.
She's very supportive of what Mr. Matt Cardona
and they're
is
really a
doing.
unit.
Yes.
They go together, and I think they work really well together. So that's a good piece of memorabilia, Bill. It is that one.
It is
Snapshot in time. Put that in the time capsule.
Some little Pap sponsored Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green disinfectant wipes.
Pap wants to sponsor us. We're taking sponsors, J-Bone.
Well, I hear there's it's this close.
I
don't want to announce it without certain people from the crew here, but we might be getting that first official sponsor of Total Nonstop. Total
Checkers.
Wow. No, not Checkers. No.
Should be Checkers.
We love Checkers.
Whoever makes blow pops.
Yeah, I'm with both of those.
And ring pops, blow pops, and ring pops. You guys remember ring pops?
Ring pops.
Maybe some kind of hair care.
Like mane and tail?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
It's funny you bring that up because my mom used to get that for when I was a kid, and I always got confused, like, why the hell are we using horse shampoo? But it's shampoo that's safe for humans and animals.
It's good stuff.
So it works beautifully. Mane and tail, ladies and gentlemen.
TNI. They'll talk you up.
Mane and tail, hey.
Get that mane and tail line.
The possibilities are limitless.
Poor J-Bone's muted. I feel bad for him right now.
I don't.
I can tell you it's not going to be Total Nonstop Blue Chew. All right, we continue.
Kyle disagrees. Kyle endorses Blue Chew.
He does.
He's kind of on an island by himself right now. He's whatever Kyle does, we don't. What's the word? Endorse. No, we love Kyle. We hope he's all right. He makes the appearance once every 6 months. All right, so hell of a match. Tasha Steelz gets the pin on Mickie going into this weekend with the crucifix bomb and pin. Next, oh my goodness, we have the final chapter in the most professional wrestler segments. Bill, I know this one must have put a little tear in your eye. What is the future? Because the one, the only Brian Myers puts a exclamation point to the end of the learning tree, letting go one Sicky Dice and VSK.
It was probably time. Ever since Sam left, the learning tree just wasn't the same. So
it's true.
We'll only have memories.
You
the
son
note
of a gun.
takers.
That's a nice one. You should frame that one because you want to keep that in good shape.
Yeah, that one. But also Christian is not my champ.
That's a timestamp too. That's hilarious.
We'll never
You should
have
get Ross to send you
Myers
some
and
of those
Beals tag
holographic
champ.
stickers.
Got any others there? Any others there, Bill?
I don't know. I think there's maybe some tag team names. I don't know. We got Peep for Easter and
What?
shoulder tackle. I don't know about that one.
That's just some random note taking.
Random thoughts by Sam Beal. Oh wait, for Valentine's Day, Art Brian Myers.
Oh, aw.
And can't forget the autograph practice.
Oh yes, that's good stuff right there. God,
But,
that's very, very important.
I'm hoping this really spins off Ziggy Dice. I think he deserves his own outlandish, unique platform. So I'm very intrigued to see where Ziggy goes. Sticky Rice.
I love the fact that Mayor says so sad Sticky Rice didn't graduate 6th grade. It says a lot.
Justin. Yeah, look. And where's my buddy Manny Lemons? Bring back the zest of life. Come on, Manny. We need you.
Oh, I got no love for the Lemons.
Oh, that's it. He's gonna squirt some lemon zest in your eye there, Javen. For that.
I'd like to see him try. So yeah, I don't know if this is the end. Is this their exit? Because I thought I heard something about Zicky Dice signing something. We never hear about actual contract terms or anything. Do you think this is the last we see of VSK and Zicky on TV, or do you think they're sticking around for just doing solo stuff, tag stuff? Does Zicky Dice finally team up with one Johnny Swinger? What do you think?
Well, Zicky, I hope, sticks around for sure because I like him. I think he's got a lot of personality. He's very colorful. I think he would be worth keeping around. He's interesting enough. You could do some things with him. But they certainly didn't give them any sort of obvious direction to go in based off the end of this segment. They could not show up ever again. This could be them getting written out. Same thing with Brian. He said learning tree is done, but he doesn't put himself into a new direction either. So who knows?
Could be, could be throwing Brian Myers back with his old tag partner, one Matt Cardona. His bro, yeah. Alicia, what do you think?
They have a tag match coming up, don't they, against the Hardy Boys?
They do.
Yeah. So
the Hardy Boys returning tour.
It's a lot of money in the ring all at once. When I saw that match announcement, I was like, oh man, that is a big booking.
There's also something coming up soon. I saw the Briscoes are going to wrestle the SATs, and the winner of that match goes on to face the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
So that's a loaded event too. I think that's happening somewhere on the East Coast.
A lot of interesting tag matches. I think House of Glory's putting on the Briscoes versus the Lucha Brothers soon. So there's all kinds of crazy tag team independent wrestling coming up over the next 2 months.
Yeah. Do you think maybe the Hardy Boys make a pit stop somewhere in the Impact Zone before putting a final foothold maybe in AEW?
No.
Okay. Any other opinions?
I would say probably not. I could see Jeff maybe doing something solo in Impact. Just because of Matt's contract. There's no way the Grand Booker Extraordinaire would want the Hardys to show up in Impact before there. So I can't imagine him allowing Matt to do anything other than... I'm surprised he's letting him, So maybe that isn't. Maybe that's one of these things like other ones that were mentioned that aren't ever going to happen. Maybe Jeff has no interest in going down there. I don't know. And I don't know what the contract is of Matt right now. I don't know if his is coming up anytime soon where if he gets freed from his contract, then yes, I'd say the Hardys have a very good chance of returning back to Impact. But I have no clue on Matt Hardy's contract. Jeff Hardy, I could definitely see him showing back up for a brief run. Down the street from J-Bone, does that mean they're coming to your Blizzard Brawl friends?
GLCW, possibly. I have not heard about this. Daniel Spencer's
more to know about your neighborhood than you are, J-Bone.
Well, Daniel Spencer was at Blizzard Brawl. Was it November? I think it was November. Whenever it was. But yeah. So yeah, he was roughing up here. So maybe he's coming back into town. I know David Hero is one for pulling in some legends, some big, some small. I know the Sunny Days show. Not so good. That didn't happen. Somebody went back to jail. Who the thunk? He says Waukesha County Expos. Okay, so that's where Blizzard Brawl was. Then I'm guessing it's.
Well, you got to show up there, J-Bone.
Oh, that's 10 minutes from my house, Bill. I'm gonna have to.
That's an insult to me. I'll be insulted if you don't go, J-Bone. On behalf of the wrestling community.
And that's literally just days before my birthday, too.
Happy birthday to the Bone Man.
Oh, good old April. Daniel Spencer says, I'll be there, too. That's how he knew about it. Thank you, Daniel.
He had the inside track. And we got Kevin Martin in the chat, too.
Kevin Martin. Oh, there you go. Sorry. So, yeah. We'll see. So yeah, we'll see what's up with Brian Myers. Obviously, it's the end of a chapter. Does VSK stick around? Does Ziggy Dice or Sticky Rice, like some other people like to call him, do they stick around?
Well, it would be really short-sighted because Ziggy Dice, remember, he has his own show at WrestleCon. The Outlandish Paradise 2 will be at WrestleCon. So if I'm Impact, now it's time, if you're going to go in Cardona heel, which is huge in the Indies, one of the biggest acts in the Indies right now, and Ziggy Dice, who's doing his own shows, you got Gresham doing the Terminus also on your shows, the Ring of Honor stuff, if it is a super indie on your shows, utilize all this.
Yes.
So Ziggy Dice going like on the back burner, I don't think that's a good move. He feels like a New Orleans kind of guy, if you know what I mean. I think he could be wearing the beads. Come on, J-Bone.
I don't
want
want
people throwing beads at you, J-Bone?
What's that?
You want people to throw beads at you? Want someone to throw some beads at you?
Oh, I don't know about the beads, man.
What?
I'm a little too old for the bead throwing. You know, I got nothing to show off here, anyways. We'll see. Truck, do you want to see these guys stick around?
Zicky for sure. VSK I'm more ambivalent about just because I didn't know really much of anything about him before his brief time here. And to be honest, they didn't really get to do a heck of a lot as part of the learning tree. They were kind of treated as a joke and got squashed a few times, and that was it. And I think Zicky, there's a lot more juice that can be squeezed out of that fruit.
Like a lemon?
Okay.
Thank you, Bill. That's what I was going for, picking up on that one.
Okay.
So, yeah, and like you said, he's got so many other things going on outside of his time in Impact. He's obviously a very creative individual, very much a self-starter who's building things, making things happen. That's the kind of guy I feel that you want to have around your company.
Plus, he was on my bowling team.
I missed that episode
for the next time.
How did that go, Bill? That go okay?
Yeah, that went good.
You guys won?
I say yes, we did.
We can't check it, so just say yes. I bowled 300. It was incredible. I bowled
He
320.
won for the sheer joy we had.
Oh, okay.
And Rohit was on our team. He technically was the winner for the. But no, we had a lot because we had Jessica Havoc on the team. It was a great team.
Oh, there you go.
Bill is living the best life.
He is bowling with the Impact Stars, if you will.
Yeah, remember in UHF they had bowling for burgers. We had bowling with the Dice Man.
All right. Any thoughts on Ziggy Dice or VSK sticking around, Alicia?
It would be cool to see Ziggy Dice's violently pink jacket for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
That's a good way to describe it. You're 100% on the money there. Violently pink.
Violently pink.
It's so pink the camera can't even focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if any of our Twitchers out there, because we know how big, because the first Outlandish Paradise was a Twitch-only show. Kudos to Ziggy for doing that. If you subscribe to his channel, once again, hopefully you're subscribing to Total Nonstop Impact. You do have one free with Amazon Prime. But if you're not, and you happen to be doing Ziggy Dice's channel as well, or his instead, which I will not fault you for, and you have the different emotes from Ziggy Dice, throw them in the chat too, because the great thing about emotes, like you can get on our channel, you can use them on any channel. So throw them in the chat. Stand out.
And we might have even more emotes coming because I believe we just got some more slots to fill. So we'll see.
We love slots to fill.
All right. Last but certainly not least.
Come on, people.
What? What?
And then on Impact Wrestling.
And then, yes, we're getting to that. Yes. The main event, 6-man tag. Eric Young and VBD versus Jay White and G.O.D. This was a lot of fun to be had by all. Truck, what did you think about this?
I thank you for putting it to me because I kind of want to go off on this. Cody/Diener/Cody Diener exists to eat pins in Impact, and it pisses me off. I've had enough. I have 100% had enough. He is much too talented to be the guy who never says anything, always gets pinned. Enough. You know, he's basically in the same role that he is now as he was when he was Cody Diener. And, you know, him joining Violent by Design was supposed to be this big transformation for him where he becomes his purest, most effective, most efficient, most aggressive self. And really nothing's changed in terms of what his actual impact in the ring or on the roster is. And, you know, I go back and I rewatch that tables match that he and Jake had at the beginning of Cody's transformation into Diener. It was just so good, so vicious. And, you know, you're just treating him as a jobber. And to me, that's a waste.
Yeah.
And he's getting the same treatment that Rohit was for most of his time in Impact, where you watch this guy and you see this guy's really talented and they're not doing anything with him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had enough.
I feel you there. I mean, there were people in the chat, I don't remember who, but there were people typing in the chat as the match started that Diener was going to be the one to take the pin.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
yeah, Diener's eating the pin. When you look at who's in this match, Doering's not getting pinned. EY's not getting pinned. Jay freaking White? No. G.O.D.? No. It's Cody Diener. It's Diener every single time. Enough.
It's crazy. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got one Joe Doering here joining us. Good evening, Joe. Thoughts on...
Joe, are you willing to take a pin? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Pins. Only in bowling.
Only in bowling.
Jesus.
I like Diener. Sorry. You got pinned now. I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, you wouldn't. You barely ever get taken off your feet.
Because I'm big. That's why they call me Big Joe.
Big Joe. Big Bad Joe.
Not Joe that gets pinned.
Still unpinned in Impact Wrestling.
Get used to it, Bone Man.
What you gas? The stuff that nightmares are made of. Thank you, Joe, for joining us. Must be a cousin of Taurus. I see some similarities there.
Taurus.
Good old Taurus. But yeah, Alicia, any thoughts on the 6-man tag? This was a blast.
It was good. I thought it was really entertaining. Again, his first kind of introductions to this Bullet Club. So it was fun. Excited for the ride.
There you go. Thank you, Skull, for educating those in the chat who don't know where they can watch Impact Wrestling. You know, you can always Google that too. There's that little, thing, the World Wide Web. It's all there for you at your fingertips.
Or you can watch it live, starting in New Orleans on Saturday.
Oh, get your tickets, folks. You can sit right next to Front Row Bill. So Jay White and the Bullet Club here, victorious, going into this weekend. And then, of course, the Good Brothers come down to the ring and, everybody doing their own little version of flexing at the end of the show here.
A lot of tough guys.
Yes.
Doing tough guy things. Rawr. That's Dinosaur for I Love You.
On that note, let's run down the card for this Saturday. We just do a little page refresher here so I get the current, most updated card for No Surrender. All right. Tennille Dashwood is going to be back. Great to see this. She's going to be accompanied by Madison Rain and Caleb with a K. Wait, what? No, not with a C. It's with a K. It's like phonics, Versus Tennille Dashwood versus Havoc with Rosemary. There, I got it right this time. Very excited to see both these ladies back, these knockouts. Any picks?
Tennille doesn't show up again.
Oh, youch.
And it just becomes a running gag. This is our veer.
Our veer. Yikes. All right.
Sabin, are you meaning to share the screen right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I
Okay.
just thought of doing that. We scroll down here. Little scroll-a-rooney, or I don't know what you call it. All right. So Tennille versus Havoc there. Now you can see it. Bill?
Interesting to see where this goes, because obviously we've seen this. I know we were talking about it previously, the long storyline between the influence and the inspiration. And now you kind of have, now you have the K kind of wedging back in there, because it's pretty much only been the Knockouts tag team storyline has only been the champions versus one set of challengers. Now we're entering in another set again, possibly getting in there. So maybe they're going to start expanding this division again, which looked like it kind of went on hold for a while. So does that mean more knockouts, more like maybe there is something coming that they're going back in this direction, since they've really only focused on one storyline? And I get it. It's a very full show right now with all the storylines going on. So it's only been like, and still you're getting so many knockout segments, but there's only so much. It's like you can't delve into secondary storylines in the tag division for the knockouts. But now it is. Now this match shows it. And They're saying 7:30. I don't know do we know which one is pre-show?
This is the countdown.
This is the pre-show.
Oh,
Okay,
maybe.
So these two
are.
They say YouTube. Oh, there's the YouTube logo. There you go. So there you go. That's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure the graphic was different. So yeah. So here's one of your 2 pre-show matches.
Okay, I didn't catch that before. Thank you. Yes, it's on the countdown to No Surrender, the pre-show, if you will. So yeah, that's nice to see that. Alicia, any thoughts of the knockouts here?
Should be wild. We should just go through the card, though.
We are.
Yeah.
I'm at the start of it. All right. Are you talking about talk about all of them real quick instead of?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I guess before we leave that, like winner, there's I'll go to Neil.
I'll go to Neil.
Havoc. Because I want to see Havoc get a win. They haven't got a lot of wins lately. Decay's been losing a lot.
To Neil with shenanigans.
Oh,
There you go.
shenanigans with a K.
Or
And
with
an
an
M.
I.
Oh yeah, you could have that connection. Then I don't know if that's how they do it. I feel they do it on a bigger stage, like possibly Rebellion is where you get the Tennille ditches Madison and Caleb and goes full, or everyone ditches Madison and goes part of the Iconics. Well, inspirational Iconics.
I'd like to see Havoc with a K pull this one off.
Havoc with a K.
Havoc with a K. All right, next we got some X Division action going on here. I don't know if this is an actual. I don't think this is an actual title defense.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like a non-title
reading
match.
this here. Trey Miguel versus John Schuyler. And I'm pretty excited for this because I just heard that John Schuyler fans are going to be excited about this, is going to be representing Impact Wrestling at his first New Japan show coming up soon.
Shocking. Was not expecting that.
I'm thinking this replaces Josh Alexander from what I'm feeling here.
What feels more like a work? Josh or John Schuyler being on New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Oh, geez. I'm just excited for John Schuyler because he's really
That's a
getting
huge opportunity. Congrats to him. That is big.
Wow. I think it's to make up for the loss because it's we're getting a lot from New Japan here. We're getting this Bullet Club exclusiveness. It feels like, yeah, Jay White's showing up here and he's showing up there, but we get to call this Bullet Club in Impact Wrestling. And I feel that's really special. So then what do we get in return? So Impact is going to throw some people at New Japan Pro Wrestling. It can't be Josh Alexander, which would be a tremendous talent. They're getting John Schuyler. I think it's a chance for him really to shine. Because I feel like he's an unknown to the Impact Wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying?
He is. He's definitely not as well known, and we haven't seen him a ton lately. Still a good heat magnet, no doubt. Obviously, he had that big win over Cardona.
Which
so
is listed here, yes.
Depending on what happens with Cardona and Jordan at No Surrender, he could kind of go back into there and be like, hey, I beat you, Cardona. Maybe we'll go another shot, but if Cardona's going full heel, maybe we get a Schuyler face turn. Who knows? Like I say, I never know what this guy wants. I feel like he wants heat. Then he acts offended when he gets heat. I don't know what John Schuyler wants from me. Should I cheer him? Should I boo him? Chat, let me know. What should I do with John Schuyler? I know we got the Schuyler squad, but
what was that sarcastic tone you just took there, Bill?
Oh, it feels.
I picked up on that.
You heard right.
Hashtag Schuyler squad. Who's still in the chat here to back me up? I know you're still here. I think Justin's here. Justin's going to kick your ass, Bill.
Oh! Right out of the front row.
Well, and there's the thing. Do we have even the Schuyler squad? Will they put their necks on the line and go with Schuyler over Trey Miguel?
Yes.
Non-title match.
Yes.
This would be his next big win.
Yeah.
Especially with the New Japan thing hovering over it. But
if this is not for the title, he's winning, and that's why. Because they did this. That's what they did with Mickie. I'm convinced of that. Mickie wouldn't have won that match with Tiana if she wasn't going to be on the Rumble 2 days later.
I will choose what I always choose. The winner will be whoever's facing John Schuyler. So Trey Miguel, get him.
Damn.
Kick him out. Why do you even invite him, Jay? He's so hostile.
He just kind of shows up. I'm kidding. Alicia, what do you think?
Should be good. I think Trey's got the win on this.
Holding that title. Bell's boy says John Schuyler squad for life. Ooh, wow. A lot of people sounding off in the chat. All right. Truck, you gonna pick one?
Schuyler. John Schuyler. Why do you even have to ask me? Schuyler, every match, every time, Schuyler.
Schuyler, every match, every time. All right. I'm indifferent here just because the title's not on the line, but I love to see John Schuyler really prove himself here, similar to how Macklin recently did, even though he lost against Trey Miguel. So we'll see. We'll see. Next, we got now speaking of X Division, we got the X Division #1 contender match. This is on the main card now. Chris Bay versus Ace Austin, who won a slot tonight in this match, versus Jake Something versus Speedball Mike Bailey. This is a dark horse for most insane match of the evening, I think.
It's been a bangorama.
That too. Elisa. You got a pick for this one?
I actually don't.
No.
Well, no, let me finish. It's one of those things where it's just like it could be anybody.
True. Truck?
Any one of these four could win it and it would be legitimate. I'm going to go with Bay because I think if they're going to move the title off of Trey, it'll go to Bay next because he has that New Japan connection. He's going to be going back and forth because remember, the new New Japan content starts on Access March 1st, I want to say. Beginning of March, early March. So, if Bay is going to be one of those guys who's going back and forth between both programs, having him carry the belt onto somebody else's TV isn't a bad idea. And Impact seems to like doing that. So Bay's going to be my pick. And he's due too. He's kind of been, out in the woods, out in the wilderness for a little while up until, joining this Bullet Club thing. And it's time for him to get some more attention and more of an opportunity to really show off what he can do and what he can contribute.
Time to finesse the X Division again is what you're saying. All right, Bill.
This one, it's not an easy pick, but I have it between two. I think Ace Austin definitely wants to reestablish himself as the leader of the X Division. So I could see him coming out on top here. I think there's so many things with the Bullet Club, unless they're all going for titles, which we do have. Obviously, the Gorillas of Destiny. Maybe I could see then Chris Bay doing it as well. So depending on where this match is on the card, if it kicks off the show, that could maybe help determine what it looks like the rest of the card will go. But I'm not gonna go Chris Bay or Ace. I'm going Mike Bailey.
Speedball Mike
Speedball.
Bailey.
I've been long a Speedball supporter. I think his matches on Impact so far, if you've heard what he's been doing on the Independent so far, he's been killing it. People are talking match of the years in matches he's got. So I see people in the chat mentioning I think it was Critical Sting here. Yeah, I don't think the world is ready for Speedball versus Trey. I think just getting that match on Impact, possibly Rebellion, I think that could steal the show. That feels like a match of the night contender. Maybe one of the Impact matches of the year. So I'm going to go Speedball on this just because I think give those guys enough time. They could do something real special. No slight on any of the other guys. I think they could do the same. But I think Mike Bailey's style is just something so different right now on the roster that I would really utilize him a lot going forward. Like really get his name out. Because once again, he's still not really known to a lot of the audience. Like you had to watch indie wrestling and not over the last couple of years. You had to watch indie wrestling before it was as in vogue 7-8 years ago to really know Mike Bailey. After what he did at PWG and some of the other shows, I think people are going to start really getting to know him. So if I'm Impact, like I said, just with Matt Cardona, ride the waves of what's going on right now. Bay would be that with Bullet Club. Ace, I feel like there's something that's going to happen this year for Ace. I don't know if it's yet. I feel there's going to be something that comes together for Ace. It just doesn't feel like it is yet. So we'll see. Maybe closer. Maybe between Rebellion and Slammiversary will be Ace. But I go Speedball in this match.
All right. I'm gonna go Bay. I'd love to pick Jake something because hasn't been picked. But I feel like he's been 50-50, 250-50 booked lately. He gets some wins, he gets some losses, but there's nothing significant for him. But yeah, I like the Bullet Clubs. They got a lot of momentum going into this weekend, so I think I'll pick Bay. This is a tough one though because there's a lot of solid players in here. A lot of solid players. All right, Tiana Perazzo. This is gonna be fun. So much fun. She put out an open challenge tonight for either the ROH Women's World title or the AAA Reina de Reinas title. So who, possibly somebody walking through the forbidden door? Or someone just showing up for a payday? Miss No Name something?
The arena.
Right. Could be somebody walking through with popcorn and going, oops. Wrong aisle. I'm kidding. So get your guesses in here, chat. Let's go with Alicia first.
So we already talked about this at the beginning of the show, and I'm going to stick to my original answer and say I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to say I don't know either, and Diona's going to win it because she's not going to lose either one of her titles in an open challenge on a Impact Plus special.
Ooh. Okay. Bill.
I'll go.
Just like saying truck. I'm sorry.
Who doesn't? Truck. But let's see. I definitely think Deonna will come out on top in this match. But who it is? Will it be a debut? Will it be a one-off? This is a tough one. Because do I think we talked about this last week? Do I think Taya, or we talked about this Sunday? Do I think Taya is coming back? Yes, I do. Do I think it will be here just to lose her coming back? No, I don't think that will happen. So I think she comes back. Maybe somehow gets involved at some point. She could show up as early as this match, but I don't think she'll be the challenger. The challenger, I think it will be somebody. I know some people in the chat are putting the former Tegan Knox, Nixon Newell, who years ago did have, like, when she was a fan, she did like a contest thing for Impact. So that would kind of be a funny full circle thing. And I think she was actually trending earlier today because she talked about Up North being back to the Divas division. It's not really a women's wrestling division. It's the Divas again. So
Wow.
trending, not talking great about the company up north, almost fits in, available to be booked. So I think that could be a good choice there. There are obviously a lot of names. Tony Storm's out there. The connection with one of our favorites, Juice Robinson, maybe there. But I don't. The only thing with the Open Challenge, other than somebody that's just going to do a set of tapings or something like that, I don't think a lot of the bigger names that you might want to see Tiana face would come out and probably not win. Probably most likely is a Ring of Honor person.
Certainly could be. I'm surprised one of our most loyal watchers hasn't thrown it in the chat yet about an Amber Nova appearance. Yeah, plenty of names out there. I'm seeing some great names. Masha Slamovic. I'm seeing plenty. Nixon Duel. Somebody wants Bill to show up and do it. Jiminy Christmas. You're going to jump the rail, Bill? And
as the Open Challenge? Yeah, I would kick my ass.
Yeah. And we don't want to see that happen to our Bill. So.
No, I want my arms working.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to throw a vote in for the former Ember Nova.
Ember Moon?
Or excuse me, Ember Jiminy Christmas. Ember.
It's been a long day, Javon.
It has. It has. Still slightly under the weather. I need more cold medicine. That's what I always say.
More cold medicine and podcasting.
Yes.
The ultimate combination.
Only here on TNI.
Mix that with a Blue Chew and you got something going.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the hell that does, but I'd be here for it. Maybe not. Athena. I'll throw a vote in for Athena. How about that?
There you go.
Because she just showed up and had a match with Thunder Rosa, I think, at Warrior Wrestling, which I heard tore the house down. I think it was something like that.
Yeah. Let's run it back with Thunder Rosa.
Oof. Crazy. All right. Lots of guesses there. Can't wait. Jonah versus Black Taurus. Cue the gurs. Lots of gurs and grunts and growls. I think Jonah's on a roll here. I don't know how long he's sticking around, but and I love Black Taurus, and I love the promo that they put on, with Decay back in Black Taurus here. But Jonah, they're going to put on a hell of a match, though. It could be match of the night, honestly. These two hosses going at it. Let's go down the line and sound off who you think is going to take this one. Probably unanimous, but we'll see. What do you think, Bill?
I got to go Jonah. I want to go Black Taurus. The heart wants Black Taurus. And Decay to come out on this. The horns want Black Taurus.
They might be biting his face off.
But Jonah feels he did lose to Josh, but it felt like instantly after he lost to Josh, he was already going right back up to where he had been. So he seems almost unbeatable again. So I got to go with Jonah here.
All right. Elisa?
My vote would be with Black Taurus, but it's going to be Jonah.
All right. Truck.
Black Taurus, because I really want to see Decay start getting some wins again. And I just like Black Taurus. He's sticking around. He signed a deal. He's around for the long term. Let's put some momentum behind him.
It's the roster guy, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
What do you think, J-Bone?
Jonah? Yeah, I'm thinking Jonah. I'd love to see. I got the same sentiments as Truck, just because Decay is a really solid group again, and they're quite over with the crowd, But yeah, my thoughts exactly. I think we can all say the same thing. But I gotta go with Jonah. All right, next we got Matt Cardona defending the DMC, the Digital Media Championship. Everybody loves some DMC. It's facing against Jordan Grace. Look at that. Jordan Grace is just on fire in that picture. Bill, who you got?
I gotta stick with the new champ. I gotta stick with Matt Cardona here. He just won it. My guess is by the end of this match, he's even more of a heel. I don't know if that will be where Chelsea gets involved in this, or he'll do more to make himself feel like even more of a heel. Will he go after somebody? Will someone try to come help Jordan and he goes after them like he was with Jonathan Gresham? I don't know. There's got to be something that Cardona is going to hit the right chords in this match, I feel, where he's going to do something he definitely shouldn't do, where the crowd will just go right after him.
Go nuts. Wait, he's probably going to bring Chelsea with him, too.
Well, that's going to be interesting if he does, because so far Chelsea shouldn't seem to be agreeing with this.
Or at least,
hopefully
one way or the other.
In theory, yeah.
So if she does come out with him, it'll be interesting to see how that plays up. If she's kind of like, no, Matt, don't do it. But then she winds up helping him probably beat her.
Yeah, I could totally see
something. It would be unlike them.
Yeah, and given what's all going on around the Indies and the NWA. Oh, speaking of NWA, you could throw this in the mix too. Does he
come out with the belt? That's I hear you, Jay. We're connecting on this.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool if he did.
It'd be a huge statement. The belt collector, Mr. Belt Collector. Alicia, what do you think?
Jordan Grace.
Oh, going Jordan Grace. All right.
What say you, Bone Man?
Let's do truck, and then I'll throw my 2 cents in there.
Cardona, because I do think he's doing this belt collector thing. I think he does his better work as the type of heel that he is right now, and I don't think they're going to want to take that away from him anytime soon.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree. The only way I would go with Jordan Grace taking it back is if they were going to focus on Matt having the NWA title and incorporate somehow that into the show. But I think he's going to be the belt collector. I think Matt Cardona keeps it. I think Chelsea gets involved somehow. I think that'd be a great way for her to really get in the mix in this hot mess thing. Could be a clash in opinions, and she does it reluctantly, maybe. I don't know.
Saying hello in the chat there to David Penzer, who says, speaking of sound the same, listen to Swinger and CM Punk. You're welcome.
I must have missed something.
Well, let's take a listen. Does these two individuals sound the same? Let's get a nice one here of the Swingman. Feels like people got to respect the Swingman here with his sound bites.
You guys swing?
Was that CM Punk?
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially if someone's talking about Pizzills. We know that CM Punk is not on the Pizzills. He may be taking his prayers more than taking his vitamins more than anything.
And I want my Pizzills back.
I need to effing go to bed.
That sounded like a pipe bomb.
Yeah, that too. That too. We got a cat in the background who's going batshit bonkers. Let's wrap this up. All right. Eric Young versus Jay White could be a barn burner of the evening, folks. The leader of the Bullet Club versus the leader of Violent by Design.
Jay White.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, Jay White.
It's the Bullet Club. They're going to book him strong, so it's going to be Jay.
Yeah, I think it's Bullet Club all up and down on Saturday. This and the tag match.
I think the fans win. No, I agree. I think Jay White wins this one. So we're all of you.
Pathetic. Pathetic.
Sorry, Eric.
That's your opinion, Eric, of course. That's not the rest of ours. The Impact World Tag Team titles on the line. The Good Brothers.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Oh my.
Finally.
Yeah.
Good Brothers are losing the belts. That's it. Judy takes them away.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The Gorillas of Destiny. Bill.
Oh, this is tough.
I know.
I'm gonna go. Not a clean finish. Good Brothers retain. Rematch. New Japan.
Well, yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Maybe this goes all the way to Rebellion with a rematch, and then the titles switch hands. I think God will win the titles at some point. I just don't know if it's at this show. So I'll stick with Girls of Destiny probably win the match, but not the belts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean by DQ?
Yeah, something like that. Some other people get involved and cause something, and Daniel Spencer has to call for the bell.
Daniel Spencer. Wow, it's all on Daniel Spencer, hey? All right, I'm gonna go with God with the win here. I think they're gonna take the belts here.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. But I could see it going the other way. We'll see. I think this is going to be long-term storytelling with the rise of the Bullet Club in Impact Wrestling. I'm all for it, though. Honor No More. Team Honor More. Yeah. Say that 10 times really fast. Team Honor No More.
Team Honor No More.
Versus.
Same.
Is that your pick, or you just helping me?
That's my pick. Straight up.
Versus
that's
Team.
another one. I said it earlier. I think Honor No More wins this match, and then they all join the roster. So
and I think there's some sort of surprise. Somebody else either comes out to join them, or somebody switches from Team Impact.
There you go.
Team Honor No More. And I'm actually with Alicia. I don't think it's going to be Macklin who switches. I think it's going to be somebody else. It's too obvious.
Macklin. And I don't think it's Eddie. I think I said it last week. I hate to say this, but I think it's going to be Chris Sabin.
Don't say it.
I think it's Chris Sabin.
No, that would be terrible. God, I would hate that. Oh.
Well,
he has ties to Ring of Honor.
What was that, Alicia?
He's a national treasure.
Yeah, exactly. He's a national
treasure.
treasure.
And then heel slow-mo Chris Sabin. Come on. Think of the fun he could have with that.
I think a lot of people forget that someone else on this team had some serious Ring of Honor ties. Rhino.
War Machine
Rhino. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to say Rhino only because he just switched back from VBD, so it would be kind of redundant.
It's not the Big Show, Jay.
Yeah, no, jeez. Yeah.
Just trying to really throw it off the rails. No, I don't think Rhino is actually going to do anything. I just wanted to throw that out there. Just because I have such fond memories at autograph signings and getting a fist bump from Rhino. Anyways, that was 10 years ago. Great stuff. Honor No More wins here. I think they're sticking around. Because there was a time within the last couple of weeks I was like, well, maybe they're just doing this. Maybe they're just getting a paycheck until they figure stuff out with Ring of Honor, and they're not really joining Impact Wrestling. But I think they're sticking around. So
For sure.
all right. Knockouts World Championship defended by Mickie James against the big Ultimate X winner here, Tasha Steelz, with Savannah Evans in her corner.
I love Mickie, but I don't give a fuck. I want Tasha to win, period.
Yes, absolutely.
Period.
That with an exclamation point. I don't care about any WWE relationship.
Nope.
None of that shit. Put the belt on Tasha. It is her time. She has earned it. I can't make that sound. I would if I could. I can't, but I agree.
But yeah, I hear you there, Truck. When I do it, it sounds like a duck having sex. I'm not gonna know.
How many times have you heard that?
I don't want to know.
I'm not gonna comment on that. But Bill, who do you think is gonna win?
I gotta go Mickie. I said earlier, I think
bastard.
Tasha will win it at some point. I don't think it's gonna happen right now. I'm not sure if there'll be any title changes. We'll see. Because normally I think, there'll be one, maybe two, but then there's none. So I'm gonna go no title change. I think Mickie, unless Chelsea gets involved, that cost her the title.
She will.
Then I could see Tasha winning Saturday. And somehow Chelsea's turn is costing Mickie the title on no surrender. That's the only way I see Tasha. And I don't want Tasha to win like that. I want her to have a clean win, which will happen later.
But she's such a good heel.
She is, and heels win by those type of methods. So, how about you, Jay? What do you think?
I'm all in on. Look, I love Mickie James, and she has represented this company tremendously on media, in the ring, in other companies. But I gotta go Tasha Steelz. She's been on fire with Kiera Hogan when they were together. Now that Kiera's gone, it felt like this is a great time to break her out as a solo star. And yeah, she's got some muscle. You know, she's the hustle, which she's got the muscle with her. But I think it's time for her to rise above all this. Hold that X high and hold the Knockouts title high as well. So there we go.
Agreed.
Can't wait. Either way, it's going to be an amazing Knockouts match. And to top it all off here, wrap it all up, Moose defending the Impact World Championship against W. Morrissey. Big hoss fight here, folks. Sound off.
Morrissey beats Moose to death and takes it.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah. He does the 1 foot on the chest pin, too. Really emphasize the point.
Injury.
And ends Moose's reign.
Ends Moose's life. I said beats him to death. This is a Mortal Kombat sort of situation, Jay.
Oh, my God. Like removal of the bones from the body.
Yeah.
And the soul. Holding both.
Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas. I want what you're drinking. That's a lot. All right. Who's next?
Yeah, Morrissey.
Oh, it's 2 for Morrissey. Bill, what say you?
Come on, J-Bo. I got to go with my boy Moose. Even though I predicted W. Morrissey the day he debuted that he'd be world champion in the near future. Oof. I got to stick with Moose here. Once again, I think Morrissey does become champion this year, but not now.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Morrissey just because Moose
new world champion Saturday night this time. New world champion, J-Bo.
Yeah. Moose has put it out there way too often within the last few months that he is banged up and just not doing good. Moose needs to take a holiday. Oh, hopefully that doesn't get me banned on the old Twitter box. Hi, Kalisto. Still love you.
You've confused me, J-Bone.
I said that when Enzo won the Cruiserweight Championship. I said that online, and Kalisto blocked me on the old Twitter box.
Oh. Kalisto had beef with the Bone Man.
He did. He didn't appreciate me being happy about Enzo winning the title. Oh, I was ecstatic. And you can't teach that.
And I think they are also, I think at a Northeast Wrestling show, it might be the Hardys versus Morrissey and Enzo.
Yes. Can't wait. I wonder who the Hardys are taking on in April in my neck of the woods. I got to look into this, Bill. I am excited. It's 10 minutes away from my house. Did I say that?
You got to be there, J-Bone. Be there.
Or be square. So that's the card for this weekend. Looks like they added some last minute stuff. Not bad matches though. We even got a pre-show rolling into it. Bill, I know you're going to be there live. Travel safe. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Hope your hotel is cockroach free.
I hope so too. It'd be nice.
I don't know what anyone's plans are. A lot of people are asking if I'm doing a watch along. I know we're going to be doing a review. Not sure on the watch along. I don't know who would be available for that because I really don't want to fly solo all night.
Yeah, sadly, I cannot join you for the
and that's completely understandable. Anyone else free that night to do some shenanigans?
I don't know if I'll be around or not, but we'll
Same.
see.
All right. Well, we'll absolutely be doing a review. Don't know who's showing up for it, but you'll probably find out the day of.
We will be watching the show on the Discord, which I'm sure everybody who's watching this still 2 hours and 12 minutes in, you're probably already on the Discord. So come watch No Surrender with me.
There you
Please.
go. Well, thank you.
Company.
Thank you for doing that, Chuck. And for those of you that want an alternative point of view, I guess Fight TV is going to be putting it on with some classic knockouts, doing commentary. You got Tara, SoCal Val, and I'm missing one. Not Brooke Tessmacher, Brooke
Hogan.
Tracy Brooks. That's it. Tracy Brooks. So they are.
Well, you know where Trent will be.
He'd be Team Tracy Brooks all day. I know. So $9.99 if you want that action. Let's go around the horn. Let's get out of here. Bill, where can they find you? Even though we know you're not going to be around this weekend.
Well, you can find me maybe at the tapings. Maybe someone's watching this thinking No Surrender. Say hello. See you No Surrender or the TV tapings.
There you go. Get a picture.
If not,
I hear Bill's doing signings for what, $20, 25? Just kidding.
Just some good gumbo. But if not, and who knows, maybe I'll be in New Orleans. Maybe I'll take a picture of something that's fitting of the area and put it on the Instagram. Same.
There you go.
William M. Gardner. So see you there.
Nice. Alicia, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and lurking in the Discord under the handle Alicia B. Kiki. It's right there and on the thingy, on the screen.
Nothing. Always lurking. Truck.
Same thing on the Discord and on Twitter a little bit at @truck_rockpack, but mostly on the Discord. Come hang out, please.
There you go. With all the cats and the pictures of the loaves of cats.
It's at the point of the evening where Rusty wants to be fed, so he's going to push things off counters and off my desk until he gets what he wants.
All right, well,
I'm trying to keep him from doing that right now by giving him pets, but Not going to work.
All right. We will wrap this up sooner than later. And thank you for joining us, Truck. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. You can find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast on YouTube, Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio. You can also find this podcast on streaming on audio at Apple iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, iHeart Radio, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Pandora. Just type in We Talk Impact on the internet and find your podcast audio. You can also find us on the YouTube and Twitch. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, talking about this Go Home episode. It has been absolutely rad to talk about. And so, yeah, we'll see you this weekend for No Surrender. Can't wait. Join us in the Discord and also the links in the description. Go check them all out, including the Patreon. So we'll be doing stuff for No Surrender on Saturday and then come on for the family dinner on Sunday. Don't know exactly when we're going to be doing that, but I'm sure we'll be talking about some fallout and maybe some other news coming out of No Surrender. Or who knows? Maybe we'll talk about the weather. You never know on the family dinner. So come join the Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Much love, everyone. Take care. We'll see you this weekend. Good night.